Hey everyone, it's Vimbai here from The Inspired Baobab. Okay, so can words ruin your life? Harvard did a study which essentially showed that if someone came to you and said you can't do X, it would take six other people to come to you and say that you can. So they would have to say, yes, you can do X, 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 yes, you can do 6 times just to be able to undo that one you can't that first person said to you. Other people's words can actually influence you. We only need to look at the greatest speakers in the world, Martin Luther King, Winston Churchill, Barack Obama. Yes, you can. Words move people, words move hearts, words move people. Now, if the words of a stranger can move us to emotion, how about the words of our close friends and family? So we need to kind of be quite mindful of the people that we keep around us and the things that they say to us. Now, I know that it's not always easy to manage how people actually behave towards us, because we live in a world where, not everyone is always the nicest person that they can be. But one thing from this point that I want you to take away, if you can, is that what that person says to you, if you can't control your environment, you can't help being around someone who might be negative, just realize that to undo that, it's not just about brushing it off and saying, oh, do you know what? I'm not going to pay any attention to that. It has a real impact. So you need to reinforce that negative with positive. So if you're trying to achieve a goal, let's say you're trying to lose weight, if you know that you're trying to lose weight and you've got someone around you who says, let's see how long you last. I don't know if you're ever going to get there. Make sure you surround yourself around people who are like, do you know what? I think you can do it. I actually think you've got it within you to get it done. And you need to reinforce each negative thing with 6 positive. And if you're not fortunate enough to have people around you who can encourage you, because I appreciate that not everyone has that, then I just want to say to you, I encourage you to just encourage yourself. Tell yourself that you can do it, tell yourself that you can achieve that thing. And kind of takes me on to my next point, which is the power of your own voice and how other people's voices can actually influence what you think about yourself over the long term. So if you just imagine that one person saying one sentence can impact whether you think you can achieve something. Imagine if you grew up in an environment where you were always told, oh, our family aren't, we're not business people. In our family, we don't eat very healthily, we're just not that sort of, type of family, or, that's not the sort of person that you are, or your race isn't the sort of race that does well, or all of these things that we have had repeated to us in our lives growing up from our background either empower us and enable us to go out fearless and think we can do stuff, or cripple us without us even realizing. So just, if there's anything that you take away from this video, is to just be mindful, just, when that negative thought that you say to yourself that, God, I was fooling myself thinking I can achieve this, recognize it, acknowledge it, because we're all human at the end of the day, and we all sometimes have these thoughts where we think we can't, but recognize it, acknowledge it, be conscious of it, and then say, right, okay, I've just said that thing to myself. Do I agree with it? Okay, no, I don't agree with it. Is it in line with where I'm trying to get to? No, it's not in line with where I'm trying to get to. Right, at that point, take action and reinforce 6 things that you can say to yourself that will actually get you there. Yeah, actually, I can do it. I thought about it. I've been able to do 1 or 2 things and I've succeeded. And even if you failed, if you've done something that you thought you weren't good at, you went out there, you tried it, and you fell flat on your face and you failed, that's okay. Because sometimes through failure, you learn and you gotta try it again, recalibrate, think what you could have done better, but don't let that dictate who you are. Because some people go out and think, do you know what, I'm not very good at writing, let me give it a go. They do it and they fail and they think I was right, and that initial belief that they had about themselves grows roots, it goes trunks, branches, leaves, and all of that, and they really start identifying with it and it becomes a part of who they are. You want to make sure that you're not doing that. Failure is not an indication of who you are, and what you can achieve. So I just want to encourage you, let's be all kind of mindful of our thoughts. They are really, really powerful. And let's make sure that our thoughts are actually in line with the goals that we're trying to achieve in our lives. And even when people say negative things to us, sometimes they're coming from a really good place. They don't mean bad and they don't mean it in a mean way. But we can still be mindful of those things, capture them, and calibrate whether we want them in our lives. So I think that's it from me for today. I'm going to do a series just on identity and things that kind of empower our decision making to succeed. And hopefully you like it. I'm learning as I go and sharing my learnings with you on the journey. So you shall see that on my next video. If you've liked this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, and hopefully you found something in there useful. If you've not found it useful and if you've not liked it, I guess feel free to dislike it. And I shall see you on my next video. Goodbye.